Hey everybody, doing a little short video today of our walk through the grocery store. We are headed to our local Continente, which is just like literally 2 blocks away. We go out of our door and turn left and turn right and we're there. It's super convenient, super easy to do. And it was interesting. It's a little bit tricky filming in the grocery store, so I'm doing a little voiceover on top of it today just to kind of give you a bit of an idea, but let's start. This one happens to be in the lower level of the building that's a couple blocks over, so we got to take an escalator down, and there's a bunch of security guards that stand by the door for some reason all the time. I didn't get a video of much of the payment and stuff, but I did get right into the action with the beer, so this is just one of the cold beer refrigerators, has some Monster and stuff in there. I think in general you'll find anything that is sort of an American name brand tends to be pretty pricey, but anything that's local is quite cheap. So Heineken's a little bit on the expensive side. They do have an end dedicated to it, so I'm going to guess a lot of Euros and Americans are buying it. Superbock is super cheap. Those are small bottles, mind you, but $9 for 24. Those mini bottles are really popular here. A whole bunch of individual sizes or different sizes. You'll notice you can buy singles of just about everything. So like the US, you can pop into a grocery store and buy a beer and take it with you and drink it on the street. They don't care here. So Sagra is one of the local brands. It all tastes great to me, actually. I haven't had a bad domestic beer here yet. They all taste very much like, I don't know, Heineken or Mexican beers. Easy drinking and smooth. They do have quite a few dark or stouts that you can buy as well, which they're all tasty. We haven't really had a bad one at this point. Lots to choose from. Pretty good beer and wine selection in the grocery store, which apparently includes gut beer, which I haven't bought yet, but I probably should. Wheel over to the wine section. I'm going to slow this down in a few places just so you can actually see. It's like I say, it's a little bit difficult in the grocery store to see. White wines are all pretty cheap. Generally looking at the $1 and $2 variety, not the $7 and $10 variety. Lots of pink wines. We don't really drink those anymore. Getting into the reds, you'll notice that they're all similar price tag. You can get higher ones, like there's, you see these are all 3s, 4s, but there are some 7s and 11s and 15s in there too. There are certainly reserve bottles, but yeah, for the most part, like the ones we're buying are in this $2 and $3 variety, and they taste great. There's the owl you might have recognized from one of our prior videos, followed very shortly by my personal favorite, the mule. And you'll see the mule's on for $2.89 a bottle, which is pretty nice. Great wine, really easy drinking. It was a perfect outdoor patio wine for us when we were there. Quick run over to the egg section, which happens to be right beside the paper products, because they don't have to refrigerate the eggs, which Heather will go into detail with you about on one of her videos. But lots of choice in the egg department as well. You can buy 12s or break them in half and get 6s. Easy. The weird thing is the shells on them are super hard here. Much harder to crack than the ones at home. Milk, all just sitting on the shelf. Took me a while to figure out what this is and what the different names are. I still couldn't tell you exactly what all the different names are. Some of those are skim, some of those are not. They all taste roughly the same, which is pretty good. But you have to refrigerate them once you open them. But up until the point you open them, no need for refrigeration. They just sit out on the counter. And they all come in those little like 1 liter Tetra packs. Nothing magical about the bread section. They do have a pretty good bakery, but the sort of the pre-made bread section is, I guess, what you'd expect pretty much anywhere. This is, by the way, a smaller grocery store. Like all the ones that we have local to us here in Porto are a bit smaller than what we had in Lisbon. This is the orange juice making machine, so you can pick your bottle size and it squishes the oranges for you and fills your bottle, which I thought was pretty cool. We both did. There's quite a few machines. There's a bread slicing machine, all kinds of different machines, but if you don't understand Portuguese, they're a little intimidating. Lots of sardines, if you're into that. It's a big deal here, so you can get pretty much any kind of sardine or canned fish that you like. There's the little bakery section. Lots of good baked goods. The breads and stuff are really good. And then, of course, wieners. Still bizarre to me that you cannot buy a wiener that is not in a jar here. You can buy sausage that's not in a jar, but if you want to get a wiener, it's in a jar, man. Heather, maybe take pictures of the sauces. There's really almost no sauces to choose from. You basically have tomato sauce or soy sauce. Those are your choices. No salad dressings, really. There's a little bit of mayo, and that's that. So that was the grocery store in a very, very quick way. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hit me up with any questions. Thanks.